Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy 2021, people. Pretty excited. Pretty excited about this year. There's definitely a premise and a reason why I'm currently live to talk to you guys about some things, what's going on, what I got cooking in the oven. That's hypothetical, not literally, but anyway, Emmanuel here with the Gami, here to bring you a healthier you in 2021. Excuse me as I speak and I present to you guys because my speech is slurred due to Lyme disease. So I don't want to go into that too much, but whoever sent out concerns, love, thank you so much. So much appreciation. It's a battle. It's a struggle. That's an understatement. What's going on, what's transpiring in the mind and in the body during this process. So I'll keep you guys updated, but I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about some things, what I got going on, cooking like I alluded to earlier. Let me start off by saying welcome. If you're tuning in, how was last year? How was 2020 for you? A lot transpired. That's an understatement in 2020. Going into 2021, some people thrive. Some people really got bombarded with a lot of negativity, and I sure was one of them. So how was it? Please comment. How did you do? What new habits did you implement? That's a good way of looking at things, is habitual habits. What did you implement? What did you eradicate out of your normalcy of your everyday livelihood? I learned a ton ending towards the end of 2020. Hindsight's 2020 for sure. I learned a ton. I definitely implemented some things, eradicated some things, brought some things into 2021. The biggest thing, what we are dealing with, the unprecedented of the virus and everything going on, has people on edge for sure. That's definitely under vastly stated. It's clear. We know that. Sorry, I got Lyme. But anyway, I think health habits, habitual health habits, is prominent. It takes precedence for sure. Some things are dire need and take precedence in our lives, and that's one that's for sure that you need to take hold and control of your health. That's imperative. I know we need to, I maybe do what CDC says and isolate ourselves and quarantine ourselves, but at the same time, it's your life. It's your temple. It's your body. So it's important to implement healthy habits and be conscious and cognizant of that concept. So I struggle with it, believe it or not. And I struggle. Everybody has struggles. So full transparency, I had Lyme and I had depression. So that really consumed me on the grand scale. But, waking up every day, showing up in a big way, especially for my son, and trying to do some things with you guys. I haven't been live. I took a little sabbatical, but I'm trying to be more persistent and consistent with showing up because I feel like I can get served and give value to you guys through this way. So a lot of negativity, a lot of chaos in the world that we're facing and embracing at this very moment. So I try not to teeter down that negative aspect, negative realm, as you see me on my Facebook presenting as much as I can, being optimistic, not pessimistic. We have too much pessimism. Did I say that right? Pessimism in this current society that we are, that we live, that we're engaging in. So we need more optimism, and we need info, education. There was a guy, Sean Stevenson he stated that we need people, healthcare, entrepreneurs in the health industry, gymnasts, or whatever you do, to show up in a big way from a health perspective. Mental health too, that's everything. So that's the premise. I think that's the genesis in regards to health as a whole. Total, complete, just complete. I can't even think of the word right now. Just complete zen and just calm and copacetic, and being in that zone is the mental health realm that we overlook and underlook so vastly. I think it's a epidemic with mental health. Misdiagnosis is huge, especially pertaining to mental health. So we have to, it's not just mental, no pun intended, it's a serious thing that we are currently facing in these times. So, you got things like, I hate talking about it, but suicide, depression, anxiety, mental illnesses. We have abuses on so many different scales, child abuse, domestic violence, supposedly, from what my understanding is, has climbed drastically. So whatever you can bring to the table from a health standpoint, health perspective, is huge. And that's where I feel like I can show up. And that's my mission. My mission is to assist and help people, as many people as they can, be the best version of them. What does that mean? What does that entail? What does that look like to myself? And when I say these things, I promise you, especially after this year, I'm so humble, and I want to be completely open but not condescending as I communicate with you guys about some of these things. I want to be the first to say I struggle on a day-to-day basis. If you see me daily, you'll see my struggles, especially with this Lyme. And if you know me, I'm getting off task. If you know me, you know my struggles. If you truly know me from a emotional anger standpoint, that's something that can dictate and control me sometimes. So it's huge. If we can, I'm gonna try to say this word, delineate or differentiate our mind from ourselves, the subconscious mind and the conscious mind, and then you yourself is all you need to completely delineate that, differentiate that, because you want to take hold and control of your health hugely. It's imperative that you understand your points and your understanding of your mind, and how your mind can conquer you on such a large scale. So that's something that I implemented. That's one large thing that I've learned to delineate I hope that's the right terminology, my mind from my body, and take control of my emotions, because your emotions will I can't think of the word. Your emotions will govern your life so much. So you're speaking to an individual that suffered with emotional, trauma, but I didn't have control of myself. So I'm preaching right now. I'm getting away. I'm speaking from the heart, and I always ask our Most High Heavenly Father for wisdom when I talk and I engage, because when I was a kid, my entire life, I struggled with speech, slurring, confidence, having confidence, speaking things and saying things concisely and clearly. So I struggle with that. So I'm insecure about those things. We're all insecure about something. We're all ignorant to something, and we all struggle with things. So that's why, you have to have habitual routines and habits. I'm a true, I'm a huge proponent of it, but huge advocate of controlling your emotions. So I think a lot of times people take things out of context in regards to what you sucked at or what you wasn't good at some point in time in your life, and you can't speak on that. But I completely disagree with that rhetoric, because what you struggle with is a pain point that you need to embrace, and then grasp and become better at that, and teach others and help others out. So I truly believe that, and that's something I want to talk about a little more frequently in regards to controlling your mindset, knowing how to differentiate your mindset from your reactions. You may feel a certain type of way, and you may be ticked off or pissed off or whatever it is, but if you allow that emotion to dictate your action, you're losing. Okay, and I've lost on so many levels when it comes to controlling the emotions. Okay, so there's a book that I read by Ryan Stewman. It's called The G Code, and he mentions how your why should make you cry. I believe that having a concise understanding of why you're here, and put that out into the world. Your why should make you cry. It should be that powerful, that inspiring, that enticing, that motivating, to move you and generate you in a direction that where you impact your neighborhood, you impact the ones around you. Okay, so I'm speaking from the heart. Excuse. So a lot of emotions sorry said I wasn't going to get emotional, but it's kind of hard sometimes. But anyway, Ryan Stewman, G Code, he said, envision in order to turn into this elite you, your elite self. He said, imagine that you're in the coffee shop. Okay, you're in the coffee shop, and this individual walks in front of you. You're looking directly at them. Okay, and you see them, and you admire this individual, and you automatically, maybe you've heard of them, and you know them to some degree, in some extent, and you know their accolades. I think I said that right. Their achievements, everything they've done up to this point. You read about them. They're successful on so many levels. They make six figures plus, millionaire, millionaire, helping people, philanthropist, looks great, carries himself, has this zeal and energy that rubs off on everyone in the room, and they they galvanize people on so many levels. When they walk by, everybody notices this individual. You want to be this individual, and your eyes are closed. Step into that person and become that person. Okay? Step into that person and become that person. But yes, I think that's huge. That's something I try to live by daily, religiously, is stepping into my best self, my best me. Because I feel like I have to. It's a must. A lot of people are counting on me. A lot of people are counting on you to show up. If you have kids, you know. Okay. Anyway, yes, being the best version of yourself is huge. It's pivotal. Definitely, I see you, Jay. Happy New Year. Definitely trying to live by that. I am here. My main premise, sorry, I got sidetracked. I have a Kentucky shirt on. I have no affiliation with Kentucky outside of nothing. Indiana, Indianapolis, next state over. Anyway, in the show notes at the bottom, I will have my landing page. And the premise of that landing page is to elicit and assist as much as I can. In that landing page, you'll see it'll explain in detail that everything that I'm trying to do. So from a health standpoint, health perspective, it's a sequence of emails. Once you subscribe to that you will receive when you subscribe. So basically, I'm trying to guide people and give unconventional wisdom and tips. I don't know it all. I promise you I don't. But I'm going to try my damnness to fill you in on what I've obtained and learned. It's unconventional. The information that I'm going to provide, it's they say woo-woo if you understand what woo-woo is. The state of the mind, your subconscious thoughts, and where your thoughts go and how they can govern you. So I'm speaking on that, unconventional testing, lab testing, things of that nature that I've partnered up with through Equilibrium, Stephen Cabral. There's a lot of podcasts of individuals I listen to, Evan Brand, the Dr. Justin Marcajani. These people have provided an array of information for me. And, excuse me, I'm currently, Happy New Year, LaToya, cousin, she's doing her thing. But I'm currently, I finished getting certified as integrative health practitioner to dig a little deeper subcutaneously. So if you don't know what that is, beneath the skin of understanding the microbiome and just the genetic physiology of the human body. It's so deep, so vast. I promise you, it's the temple. So gut-brain connection is huge, and how much power we possess as people in these times. You know, we leaning on a lot of political figures and things of that nature. I'm not going to dabble into that too much, but I promise you that the human innate body has the propensity to heal itself on so many stands. There's a lot of data on that. Hi, Crystal, I see you. There's a lot of empirical data pertaining to the human body and what it can do. Look up this guy by the name of Dr. Give me a minute. I just drew a blank. Dr. Joe Dispenza. Dr. Joe Dispenza will rock your world. For real. Have you thinking it's some spiritual woo-woo stuff. And man, I'm a man of faith. I struggle big time. But I strongly believe in the faith concept of the Most High installed us with the right hardware. I'm using the computer analogy to heal so much. Joe Dispenza talks about the mind and the physiology and the DNA of the body and the proteins, and how it has this metamorphosis, transformation in the body that takes place when you shift your mind from fight or flight to rest and digest. In other words, that pertains to parasympathetic, sympathetic to parasympathetic, and turning that on and keeping that on so your body can do its natural innate healing. So cells, I'll talk about cells and how that cleans up your body, all types, a multitude of different things in my email sequence that you'll receive. You'll receive 2 free guides. One guide is Health Guide 101. The other one is I like this one. It's a toxicity quiz. In this toxicity quiz, you'll take a quiz. You'll you'll be asked 50 questions, maybe 20, 25. And within that, you'll find out, you'll grade yourself. You'll mark 1 through 5, and depending on your number, you'll fall in the category of this very toxic overload body. That's where disease stems from. Rain barrel. It's called rain barrel. Look it up. Rain barrel effect. I have a video on it and everything in the sequence, but you have to subscribe. In the sequence, there's this, you take the quiz, and there's a plethora of different questions that ask you about headaches, hormones, sleep, energy, headaches, joint pain, bowel movements. You take that quiz, and that quiz will answer so much. I'm not saying don't seek medical advice, especially in these times. Seek medical advice. But here's the thing. Here's the conundrum. You want to seek medical advice, but at the same time take control. But within the confines of that, take control. But at the same time, educate yourself, scholar yourself, learn some things, learn how the body works. Food is medicine. Food is medicine. Why? Because it's a relationship. It communicates. It sends signals to the vital organs, telling them what to do. It's the chess pieces. It's the chess pieces of your body. Why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you learn the anatomy and physiology of your body? That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing in this subscription. I hold myself up to it. I've been slacking lately and going through some stuff. Hard times, 2020. We all have. I'm not trying to under value anyone. I don't believe a situation is more significant than any other situation. Cambodia, I was listening to a story, Joe Dispenza's book. It's called the Placebo. That's the book, Placebo. He said he was talking about these people in Cambodia. It's crazy. I don't know if you believe it or not. How they was going through genocide. Families was being slaughtered, murdered right in front of them. The women watching. They were so devastated. Kids being murdered, families being murdered right in front of them, that the emotional state that they were in was so devastating. It changed their physiology of the human genome, of the human body. They went blind. Bawled their eyes out, literally. That's crazy. I'm not going through that. No one's going through that. Excuse me. Here is going through that. We're blessed. We're blessed to be in, despite the chaos and the uncertainty and the unprecedented times that we are currently embracing and embarking. We're not facing Cambodia genocide at the moment, the present moment. What are we stressing about? So that the point that I'm trying to make with that is your mind doesn't know what you're going through. It's in total darkness. It can't see. It doesn't know if you're going through genocide or if your restaurant is closed because of a pandemic and you're stressing out. Sending these false signals, red alert to the body to put up this defense shield so you can, everything stops working. Fight or flight, sink or swim. Stress is real, depression is real, mental illness is real. The levels of severity of trauma into one's life. Trauma could be you being in Walmart and someone cut you and looked at you wrong. Trauma ranges on so many different levels. Raises the cortisol levels. Things stop working. Things get impeded. That's why I'm going to listen and talk about in the emails unconventional stuff, behavior, habitual habits. Thanks for joining me. I got a little emotional. Shoot. Life's hard. I've learned how to channel my emotions in different ways, be vulnerable. Being vulnerable is huge. Shoot. Thinking about my son make me cry on the spot. Instant. Like he's a lot. Say that. Thanks for tuning in. I'm out. That was funny. You hear my voice. Yeah, I'll be back. I took a little hiatus, sabbatical. I have something else working in the pipes that I'm trying to put together for sure. Trying to put it together. It's hard when you have Lyme and your mind isn't really focused in this pandemic and my concentration levels, and I see things slow, I react slow, I fall all the damn time. I just fall. That's what Lyme. Speaking to people, this journey has been real. The people that I've met working out, doing this governmental job, but the people I've met, I tell people, I open up to them, I'm transparent and vulnerable, and they dig in, they dive in. So I'm so blessed and thankful for the people. But, I'm going to have my discrepancies, I'm going to have my struggles along the way. People that gave their advice from conventional, thank you. I appreciate it, means the world to me. We may not think the same, see things the same, left, right paradigm. I'm really neither, to be honest with you. So I made a comment on my Facebook when I introduced my Lyme scenario, saying something about liberal individuals. I apologize. I was just playing, but shouldn't have said it. You go back and read it, you'll see it. I hate that I said it. Damage was done, so I can't delete it, but we all do things that, that we regret. And, I definitely have with my Lyme. If it wasn't for mindful meditation and detoxing and meeting this holistic practitioner lady that's she's with culminated combined with this doctor, and they're helping me with some things to get over this treatment. A lot of people, shout out Paul, Rhonda, family, friends, my roommate, she's awesome. Just the love, Abby and her hugs, man, so many people. My family, my brother, my dad, my mom, everybody has pitched in and helped on so many levels. So I have big plans with this issue that I'm facing right now, and I'm getting off on a tangent. Go subscribe. I'll put it in the show notes. Be a better individual. Be a better person every chance you get. Subscribe. I promise you, I'm gonna try to give you my best stuff. I have some weird stuff, some unconventional stuff. So go see what that looks like. See what's your best you? What's the best you? What's the best me? I always say there's 3 U's. That's weird. 3 U's. I don't like putting up that 3. We ain't gonna talk about that. 3 U's. Where you're at now is one of you. Then there's a less of you, a lower, maybe debilitated, maybe crazy unhealthy, crazy financial issues, poor, desolated. Is that right, the word? And then there's that higher you, higher self of wealth. Everything, all the boxes are checked and completed in regards to everything that you want. You make a bucket list and you fulfill that bucket list. I'm nowhere close, by the way. But that's what I'm striving for. So the highest you, what's the best you? What's the best you could bring to the table every day, each year, despite 2020, moving forward, making great decisions. Okay? Best you. Present it, bring it. I challenge you to be the best you and to show up and help someone in large quantities and large scale. So let's do it. Let's do it. Hype. 2021, here we come. Let's go. Let me know. Reach out to me if you want. I'll share some things that I'm doing currently to manage my issues and discrepancies. Go subscribe. Let's live this life. Let's be beautiful. Let's be lastly, like the last quote, there's that date. I said this on my wall. There's that date of your beginning, your entry. Lips chap. LL Cool J. Your entry into this world. Okay? There's the end date. We don't know that yet. If you're alive, we don't know that. But it's inevitable. Father time, mother time, whatever you want to call it. It's undefeated. It's Mayweather. It's undefeated. You're going to leave. You're going to exit. You have one life. You got one shot to bring everything to the table. My guy, what's his name? Navy SEAL, bald black guy. Oh, I can't think of his name. It's driving me crazy. Anywho, if you know, say it. Say his name. He said, imagine you leave this earth and you answer to the Most High. Here's a checklist. I alluded to this earlier. A checklist of things that you need to, that you were supposed to fulfill and step into. And he's like, you left this unchecked. You left that unchecked. You left so much unchecked. I had big plans for you. All his angels are behind him looking at you with this unique look. Why didn't you do it? It's like, I'm following what society told me to do. Dash in the middle. It's that dash in the middle. What is that legacy going to be? I'm telling myself that all the time. I promise this isn't intended to be like I'm scolding or shaming, because I have a ton to work on. But anyway, beginning date, end date. What's that dash in the middle? What does that do? What does that say about you, me? So let's 2021. Let's do it. Let's step up in a big way. I have big shoes to fill for me, my son, a lot of things, So I want to do it. I want to help as much as I can. Joy Perez, thank you started doing yoga, meditating. Yes, I do meditation, cold water therapy. Journaling is huge. That's something I'm going to talk about. Journaling is huge. I promise you. Take your thoughts from here to paper. So it gets out of your head. Anger, frustration. Love you. Thank you for tuning in. God bless you. Godspeed. And be great tomorrow.